thought it was Thursday. Today is Murse Day. That's right. You're darn
Murse
right.
Day.
We got Murse Day.
Hey, everybody.
Quench your thirst with some Murse.
That's right. Last minute betting with the Sports Nuts on Murse Thursday. Here,
stay hydrated, everybody. Oh, no free publicity, but stay hydrated.
First time he's on the show, don't forget about the OddsJam Partner Program. There's a link below. Get on there. You'll get a link. Share with your friends, followers, and family. And when they sign up for OddsJam, you get 50%. That's right, 50% revenue share. And while I'm at it here, let me share my screen because I love to do this. Don't forget about shop.oddsjam.com. OddsJam the shop with all of these great items as seen below. And don't forget Slop Shop with these great items here. And don't forget free shipping. Use the code FREE SHIP. Capital letters. That's on any order. Shop.oddsjam.com. There you go. All right, Murse. Alex, what's up, my friend? It's great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
With us. We're excited.
Definitely, wanted to be here for a bit. As you would say, long-time listener, first-time caller. No, thought I would try to do the thing and throw in my 2 cents and, make a good parlay together and see what we could do with a 3-game MLB slate because, unfortunately, most of it is already done from today.
That's right. So I got a question that I want to ask you. Where did you come up with the name Murse?
So it's a weird take, male nurse, and people ask me all the time, man purse, things like that. But no, it actually is male nurse.
All right, Hi. Cool.
I like that. I like
it. And
that's my wife's background.
Are you still? Yes, I saw her back there. Are you still? You're a hospice nurse, is that correct?
Yes.
Now that's got to be, one of the toughest jobs around. And I got to commend you for doing something like that, man. That's great. And you really love your job, don't you?
Yep. I love it. The 20-second spiel is it's a hard time. And I feel like if I can do anything or make it better and it doesn't affect me, I'm able to handle it, then that's kind of my gift. And so I do it. I started in the hospitals and that was awesome and decided I wanted to try to be able to have more time and effort with my patients. So here I am in hospice.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. And, we've seen you do some live streams before on your YouTube channel. I know you are a user of OddsJam, have been for a long time. You're kind of an OG. You're kind of an OddsJam OG in a sense,
Since November is an OG, but no, it's definitely been working. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
I think it's funny before we get into it, but we talked at the beginning of all this, my whole goal was just to take my family on a trip. And we did that. We went to Hawaii. So now we're going on trip 2 to Florida in a few months because why not?
Cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Randall is an OG. For sure.
Yeah. Stephen Batza here. Howdy. Hey. And Andre Singer is here. What's up?
By the way, quick plug on the main YouTube channel. I just noticed when I came in, looks like Slop and Randall are going to be doing some live streams. That should be interesting and that should be a really good time. So those of you who are wondering, hey, what's Randall up to? I want to see Randall's face. Jump over to the main OddsJam YouTube channel for a little bit. He'll be on there with Slop doing a couple of streams. So jump over there, say what's up to Randall. And then, of course, as you know, we'll be bringing him on the stream when we can. But it should be pretty cool. Tune into that. I'm going to. I'm going to drop in and be like, what's up, boys?
Oh, yeah.
Steven. Almost 7 years as a neuro PCA.
Oh, man.
So my 20-second spiel, because you got me. PCAs and techs and all that stuff, CNAs are the backbone. I couldn't do my job without you guys, every last one of you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. I seriously believe this.
That's awesome.
Please.
Yeah.
And if you ever need anything, reach out to me. Got your back.
Great,
That's
man.
awesome.
Great. Awesome. So most of the games are over.
Wrapped
Both
up.
of-
Yeah. Some people
but the
probably
three
had a
of
pretty
us-
good start to the day, you know.
The three of us are still going to do a 3-leg parlay. There's
I'm in.
WNBA tonight. You're in on
in.
this, Mike. You're
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Yes. And you just got to follow all three of us and retweet Mike's tweet and like it and subscribe to the OddsJam, this OddsJam YouTube channel. And
Listen,
gonna
Bob,
get going.
all we need
Go ahead.
is one game, one match, something, and we can get a parlay together, right, boys? I mean, we've got several baseball games. We got WNBA. I mean, we've got a lot to pick from. So
we're gonna start it off here because I'm gonna start it off.
Oh,
and
boy.
I'm going here with the Sparks and the Lynx, the point spread, and I'm gonna take the Lynx minus 3.5. That is my leg right there. I've added it to the parlay right now. So we've got one leg in there. And I'd like, if you would like to, as our guest here today, Alex, Murse, you can go next.
So my pick, I'm going to go for baseball. And since we're on DraftKings, your pick was DraftKings, correct?
Right.
So you want me to share my screen here quickly to show you what I'm looking at?
No, I'm just going to go ahead and do it from here.
You got it. So I'm looking at Texas Rangers, Dodgers. So the Rangers plus 1.5 on the spread is actually the best. I mean, the best you can find it on any book. Average odds are negative 168. DraftKings, you're finding it at negative 155. For a straight play, that's a good straight play. For a parlay throw in, that's awesome, amazing, because as I'm looking across here, and let me know if you get it pulled up or.
Oh, wait, I have it pulled up here, but there's only one problem with that pick. That's for tomorrow.
Oh, you're right.
That's right. So you got 3 games here. You got Orioles, Rays, Cardinals, Cubs, Astros, A's.
Okay, we're going to go back to the drawing board then here on.
All right. You want Mike to take over?
Yep.
All right, Mike, you make your pick, and then I'll come back to Alex here in a bit.
Yeah, Bob, I'm going to throw a play that we might be able to add some plus odds on. Let's jump into this Cardinals-Cubs game. We've got to at least pay attention to what the Cardinals are doing. I mean, sweeping a good Miami team. I know Washington, they won the last 2 of that series. I know that's not a lot, but winning that series
8 out of their last 10.
Exactly. So I think that, and now the worry here is this pitching matchup right away favors the Cubs heavily. So, but that's okay.
Except Goldschmidt is 9 for 27 against Stroman in his career with 3 home runs.
Yeah, I like what the Cardinals are doing right now.
And Paul DeJong hits a home run every time he comes to Chicago.
Well, yeah, I like the Cardinals' offense to counter what Matz is going to give up. I know Stroman's a solid pitcher. Don't get me wrong, but I'm going to go with the Cardinals here.
On the money line, plus odds, right?
Yeah, go ahead and add it.
All right, added it. Let's see where we're at. And right now
I like a good old underdog in the MLB anyway. Plus odds.
Plus
me too.
Oh, yeah.
You play a 3-game series, the underdog's gonna win. At some point, you can't go wrong with taking some underdogs in the MLB. It's actually a profitable strategy, believe it or not. There's people that now they may not bet every underdog, but they do bet nothing but underdogs, and it's a profitable strategy in the MLB.
Well, you're exactly right. Pure statistically, the odds aren't always right for this, but how many teams do you see winning 100 games a year?
Exactly.
95 games a year, 120, which means someone else has to be winning the other games. And so finding the right games where the odds are 180, 175 money line or crazy money lines off. Some of those are great to hit just because flat out you're not going to win 82 of your games.
Exactly.
here's a point well taken right here. The Baltimore Orioles have not been swept in a series in their last 75 series. That's a big statistic. It doesn't happen all the time. All right. Alex, you got me a pick?
Yep. Got your pick. Sorry, y'all. I forgot to check dates.
We going back to MLB?
Yep. Good at nursing stuff, I guess.
I like that, Brandon. Goldschmidt home run.
Oh, yeah. Goldie home run.
Oh, yeah. I like that. Yes.
So we're on DraftKings. So Oakland Athletic, Houston Astros. I'm looking at an alt line here that I really, really like.
Okay.
And no, it's not always flashy, but as a throw-in onto your plus money, I love it. Oakland Astros plus 2.5. So other books I'm looking at, FanDuel has plus 2. Let's see. Penny had it at 160. Some other books, SBK, not a really well-known book, but Betfred 165, Bodog 170, and they're throwing it out there at negative 145. That's just crazy good value there. And honestly, as we were just talking about, it's really hard to win a game by 3 runs. It just doesn't happen that often, and that's why negative 2.5 spreads are usually in the 200s or the high 100s or something like that, because it's really hard to win a game by 3 runs.
Right. Absolutely.
So my thought is, if they're giving us the odds there, and it's so off the other one, 15 cents off from negative 160 there, that's a great throw into our little parlay there.
Oh yeah, I would ride that. Houston probably. I mean, let's just say Houston wins by 2 runs tonight. Oh, great. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Even 1 run. We go to extra innings. We
whatever.
Go,
yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Love it.
Like it a lot. All right. So let me review the links in the WNBA minus 3.5 tonight. Cardinals on the money line, and the Athletics plus 2.5 on the run line. Let's do it. Let's get it right now. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And while I'm doing that, you know what, Alex?
Sure.
Why don't you go ahead and share your screen and talk about your positive EV strategies a little bit while I get this to Mike. You don't have to take a real long time.
No, you got it. So let's pull up my OddsJam here. So here's my OddsJam. Today's a little bit of a rough day. It's a rough start of the day. We'll get on it.
Okay.
So a lot of what I try to do, and only because I have to update some of the stuff into my tracker and all that sort of thing. But so starting with positive EV, I definitely start with the recommended filter. Just tried and true. It's really great to kind of get you going in the morning, I guess to say, and make sure that you're on the right track with everything. Because you don't want to get too outside of your comfort zone. From there, I'll kind of start looking at some other things and start looking at props. For props, I kind of, as we already talked about, and you do the same, I widen my width a little bit, but I'm more selective about which games. Like, I will always check the odds, like open up the actual box to check all the odds to make sure that I'm not seeing multiple outliers on there and just seeing like a really, really weird data point there. Then from there, I'll usually like click into the matchup itself, and start looking at the alt lines of certain things and start seeing if any of the alt lines are really far off or things like that. Cause sometimes you'll find some really good alt lines and things like that. Other places I'll look, we're sharing screen. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah.
So other places, arbitrage pays. I love using the arbitrage page because even if you don't take the arbitrage, it gives you that doesn't have great data points there. We've got a ton of football data arbitrages here, as you can see, but it gives you great across the board look at stuff so you can kind of start picking out and doing your own calculations and stuff. Wow, look at all that stuff we got. So here's like an arbitrage from today. You can start to kind of look at penny and start to see if anything's off here. So I could use the fair odds calculator to take that 104, 115 and kind of calculate my own. They do it there for you, and it's great. But so I'll kind of start to search and see if anything's off or anything is kind of peaking honestly, in green like this. Now, honestly, there's not too much because we don't really have anything today. So then from there, I will also go to the low holds page, which is great.
Love it.
Because a lot of times, as we were just talking about, your spread started at 3.5 and then moved to 4. So a lot of the times, if you're looking at a low hold or something like that, you can find stuff that is probably going to move in the direction you want. So like, here's a good example of one that I would look at. Circa is actually very good, I've learned. So is Pinnacle, but Circa is very, very good at no run first innings. So if Circa is grading this under at negative 110 and
you got that parlay bet?
Huh?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Almost there.
Then
sorry for the interruption there, Murse.
no, you're totally good. Then, then what you're kind of seeing here is you're finding spots where somebody is off. And right here, even though it's not necessarily coming off on the PEV page, you can see here that both Penny has 104, a little bit off that, but then Circa, who I also really like for no runs first innings, is at negative 110. So that's probably something I'd hit right there or calculate. I would take these two and I would put them together into what we call synth or synthetic, and get a kind of like a average odds for that, or a fair odds for that, which I'm almost positive would be under that. And I'd probably take this bet.
It's sent, Mike.
Cool.
So we're going to, very good, good strategy there. And I like it. Now, let me ask you another question. I'm going to
please ask away.
Screen here real quick. Are you using the fantasy optimizer at all?
I wish. I don't have prize picks or anything in Colorado. If there was a way that I could learn how to use it and not have that, like all of that sort of stuff, I think it would be great. Just from what I could tell, not having all of like the prize picks, any of that sort of stuff, I just
right.
I wish.
Thank you for showing up. Goldschmidt home run, saw that. Can we get a FanDuel pick or parlay? Basically, the parlay that we just put together can be gotten in FanDuel also. Okay.
Yep.
You just got to go find the lines. The Minnesota Lynx -3.5, the Cardinals money line, and the Oakland Athletics plus.
I'll see what's out here on the positive EV page on FanDuel, and let's see if we can find anything. Okay, so I have recommended filters on. Yes.
Tell me if you need me to mute, by the way. We're having a hailstorm here right now, so I promise that's not me doing construction.
Oh, it's okay.
You're fine.
Yeah, it's good. All right, let me put my main filter. I have a main filter saved here that I use, and we're looking for FanDuel. It's going to be tough here last minute maybe to find a whole lot. Okay, so that's an NFL game.
Yeah.
Baltimore, Tampa Bay, over 8 runs at plus 100. I know this is a low percentage play, but looks like it's actually favored across the board here. Minus 150
for tomorrow.
Crap,
that is for tomorrow.
Dang it.
Sorry, man.
No, that's all right because that game hadn't started yet, so I didn't look at the date. Okay, so nothing there. Let's go to the low hold page here real quick, see if there's anything out there, and if not, I would say tail our 3-leg parlay and
come back tomorrow and see what the boys have for you tomorrow. Because tomorrow there's always more games.
Exactly. Yeah. Unfortunately, tonight not seeing a lot out there on FanDuel at least. That's all Friday action. That's Friday.
There was a Baltimore for today, wasn't there?
Well, there's an under 2.5 here.
First 3 innings. Ooh.
Huh?
That's the first 3 innings. That's an interesting market.
Yeah, under 2.5 first 3 innings, minus 106. It does look like it's either evenly priced or if Caesar's heavily favoring this under.
I found another one to throw into a FanDuel parlay if you really wanted one.
Okay.
What is it?
Josh Lau over, and I'm pretty sure Low. Excuse me. Sorry, I don't know why I'm being an idiot. Over 0.5 hits. That's actually popping up on the ARB page, but it's definitely good to every other book you can see. Everything else I'm looking at is at 208. So that'd be a great kind of throw into a parlay if you just wanted a little sprinkle in there.
Yeah, this one's interesting because it's got value on both sides. I mean, if you took the over 2.5 plus 105 on Caesars, I mean, you're actually, again, it's evenly priced on MGM. It's evenly priced on DraftKings. Fliff's got it evenly priced. But since you're wanting to go to FanDuel, I think taking the minus 106 is okay because Bet Rivers, Caesars both looking like they're favoring this side. Again, Caesars is crazy right now because they've got it all jacked up price wise. So I wouldn't blame you for taking the over 2.5 on Caesars for plus 105, but the under first 3 innings minus 106, I would probably roll with that. And that's all that's out there right now.
How's that, Christian? It's your first time on our show, and we're all over it helping you out there. Look at that.
You could also throw in an Adley Rutschman hit if you wanted as well. That is also PEV slightly. And plus money
I
if
like
you want
that.
Plus money fun.
Okay.
I like that.
So, Murse, let's talk a little bit more. Do you have, a lot of people ask me this. I'm going to ask you this. Do you have a favorite sport to bet on?
Yeah, that's actually, so I have 2, I'd have to say. So I love tennis because tennis is crazy. Like the odds can flip at any time. You could literally be on the top of a bet and then be on the bottom of the bet or be on the bottom of a bet. So PEV wise, it's great because you throw $10, $15 on somebody plus 250 to win first set and in WTA, and more often than you think it happens,
Right.
The number 2 is soccer. Soccer is just my favorite sport. Football, true football. Favorite to watch. It goes well with my ADD. 45 minutes straight. Take a break. 45 minutes straight. I also really love a lot of the intricacies of being able to throw in Asian lines and different spreads like that. Kind of be able to half win or half lose bets, things like that. So those are probably my 2 favorites to bet on. When it comes to profitable, I'd have to say NBA basketball. So I am definitely in WNBA mode and also NBA withdrawal.
Okay, so hold on. Christian says he can't play the minus 3.5. It's minus 4.5 on FanDuel. So they're not giving you an alternate line? If they're not, I'd still take the minus 4.5. I think the Lynx are going to win pretty easily tonight. They're a pretty good team.
He's right. I do not see an alternate line. At least on FanDuel I'm looking over here.
That's highly unusual. Highly unusual.
All right.
Yeah. Mike gave you a couple plays there. That'll help you. So,
what are your favorite? I never got to ask you just before you go. What's your favorite sport to bet? You never got to tell me.
I probably like hockey the best, just because it's fun.
Well, you're the hockey guru.
And then there's a lot of stuff happening, man. And you can, those empty net goals really make a difference.
You're
okay, Mike. How many times did we lose by the hook this year, Mike?
So I am not. Oh, and I remember I sitting watching that. I'm not like a necessarily like make my own model dude, but if somebody wants to make a model, I think they should make a model based off of hockey games ending even or odd in goals. Because think about that open net goal, changing that whole thing or having the open net. You know what I mean? So modeling that in would totally change that ball game.
No doubt.
Oh yeah, it happens when you're taking the puck line, and you think you got it covered. I lost 3 bets by the hook within a 2-day span, all on empty net goals with 10 seconds or less in the game. That's the frustrating thing about betting hockey, but it's also the fun thing about betting hockey.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of hitting a ball or puck with a stick, Tony and I have Tommy Fleetwood is tied for the lead in the Open Championship. We're starting off pretty good. He's one of our outrights, and he's tied for the lead. Our picks are looking pretty good to start off the Open Championship. So, Mike, you got anything else?
No, Bob. I have nothing else, buddy.
Murse, gotta love it, man. I appreciate you joining us. We are going to do this again, bud.
Have me back. I love being here. I love the product. It's the greatest thing that I've found. Honestly, the best hobby, like side fun thing I've ever found. So it's, and as I said before, CNAs, nurses, doctors, I love you guys.
Peace.